Hi, welcome back to another video from Effective Dashboards. In this video I will be talking through a solution to a problem that I've had, and that problem is that this visualization help here is not always obvious to end users. Okay, so let's get started. So the problem is that often what I'll do is you'll design a visual that's got some requirement to add some additional help. Okay, so this one here's got color coding on each of the different cells here. So what I've done is I've defined a page here and a tooltip page, and I've imported some visualizations or some graphs and some a table there with a key in a table. And I thought, yep, this is great. Let's go and add that in using the visualization tooltip option. Now I'll explain how to do that in another video, so I'll leave a link above here for that. However, what you find is that people have used the dashboard for a while and have said, yeah, and I just can't find what do these colours mean. And often it's not obvious that when you hover across this dashboard, this is displayed. Now, it's even less obvious if you've got an example where you add this to a table here, because people's eyes are drawn to this section of the table, and it might be that you've actually added in some sort of key and it appears at the top right hand side of the table, so it's not at all obvious that you've seen it. So let me just quickly show you that. So if you go to this visualization, I've clicked on the table. If you go to this visualization header, and if you scroll to the very bottom and keep on going, we can see this tooltip option here. And once you add that on, another option becomes available down here. And once you get into that, you can decide what you want to see. So yeah, so here we can see here, I've just added in the same one as I've used here, but you can see here this perhaps illustrates the issue a bit better. People's eyes are concentrating on the table, they hover over it, they don't see this button here, but there is a requirement to display some help. So how do we overcome that? Well, it was a simple solution, and it may be something that's obvious enough and you've already discovered this, but something I've used is a card. So let's add a card in. So we're going to go and just move this along a bit here. I'm going to go and add a card. And what we're going to use this card to do is we're going to use this card to display a permanent help symbol. Okay, so rather than just showing the symbol when you hover above the visualization, we're going to show a permanent symbol. And it's fairly easy to do. So we're going to go, and the first step is to insert a card, which I've done here. Make it quite small because we don't want it to be too overwhelming. And then we're going to go in and insert a new measure. And I'm going to call this measure help symbol. And I'm just going to add in a question mark here. Okay, so that's going to be fairly straightforward. It's just going to be a measure that's got that as the output, that text is the output. And then I'm going to pull that into the fields. And we're going to see that in this card here. It's quite big just now, so let's make it smaller. Let's make it 11. And we can see we've still got the category on there, so let's just tidy that up a little bit. Switch the category off. We don't need the title. We're going to put a background on, so let's choose a background color. And then we're going to put a border on here. Switch that border on. We'll choose a slightly darker color for the border. Let's choose that one there. We'll put a radius on it. I quite like this radius just to kind of curve it out. And we're going to use that, and we're just going to position it here. Okay, so just make sure that's there, and we'll move it slightly up to here. Just bring it outside the size of this, outside of the actual visualization itself. So we've got this here. Now you can actually activate a tooltip for this particular value on the card. So we select the card, go to the options, switch on the tooltip, open it up, the types of report page, we're going to use this tooltip schedule readiness. And now we've got a tooltip that's always there. So this is really useful for instances where people are struggling to find that, or it's in a the top of a particularly large visual where it may not be obvious, you can just have a permanent tooltip. Hover above it and you can see the information straight away, and there's no need to drill through to another page, and it all works really well. So a really simple solution, something that I'd never really thought of until just the other day, and something I think is going to be really useful. You can even move it up to here, it doesn't need to be in your face, but you get the concept. So thanks for listening. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, and if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I release a video more or less every week, then press that subscribe button and press the bell to be kept up to date. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you in the next video.